it's Hope from Crafty Hope here, and in this video I am doing card number 31 for the Daisy Yellow Icad challenge. You're probably seeing this long after the challenge is over, but I am trying to get these uploaded as fast as I can. Anyway, this card, the prompt was curtain, and I don't use that. Instead, I just kind of go my own way with it. So I start by taking a piece of some kind of scrapbook paper and gluing it down with a Yoo-hoo glue stick. And then instead of cutting the edges, I think I tore them with a ruler as a guide to tear them. And I'm taking some Liquitex acrylic ink. Woo! From my stash, and just using a couple colors like a light blue and some kind of magenta red there, and just letting those kind of drip and move around on the page and blend. And then I sprayed a little bit of water on them to get them to blend a little bit more, and I'm using a paintbrush with a little water to move it and just tapping and moving it around. And once I get it, I didn't want the whole card covered or anything. I just wanted a little bit of that drippy blendiness on there, and that's what I got. So I dried it right there just like that and left it that. There were some drips underneath, and I didn't want to waste them, so I picked them up with I think the cut off actually from what I cut off of that scrapbook piece of paper. And then I pulled out some a Delusions like dark purple color paint and a stencil, and just use a cosmetic sponge to put that stencil through in just a couple little places. I didn't cover the whole card with it. I just got a couple little spots. Enough to just, you know, give a little accent of that purple on there, which I liked because that red and the blue blended and made a purple, and then I added the purple color to it. So I grabbed some stamps. These are just acrylic stamps, not whatever they are. They're the clear stamps, and these are from Bo Bunny, I believe, and I used a Distress Oxide in the yellow, which is fossilized amber, and just put that down on the card in a couple places. And then I used black StazOn to do another kind of doily stamp in another couple spots, and this just added a little bit of, I don't know, femininity, I guess, to the card, a little frill to it, because the rest of it felt very sharp edges. Somehow, I can't really describe it, but that gave it a little more frill to it. So I had this butterfly that I had embossed on a piece of music paper, and the embossing is a black with like some glitter in it, so it worked out great. And I used one of the Tim Holtz paper dolls as like my fairy and added the wings to her. So I went ahead and inked up with just some black ink and went around the outside of the paper doll to, I don't know, give her something to stand off. I don't like, I don't know, blank edges or something with that. It's when it comes to some of those thicker pieces of cardstock or things like that. From there, I marked where I was going to put my wings down so that I knew that that was the right space, so it wasn't too high or too low, so that my paper doll was falling off, because I wanted her standing on the bottom of the card. So I glued that down with Yoo-hoo, and then used some gel medium to glue down my paper doll, because she, again, is thicker and needs something a little bit stronger to glue her down. So I just used that to stick her down on top of the wings, and boom, just like that, she's a fairy. It worked out beautifully. I use a little bit of it's not quite lime, I don't know what you'd call this color, acrylic paint to just add a little accent. I felt I needed, I don't know, something, I don't know, in the yellow family on there, something to brighten it up, and yellows and greens and all that, depending on the green, can help do that. So I went around some of those stenciled pieces on there to kind of just add a little color on them. They're just on the edges of some of those, and it worked out perfectly for me. I grabbed my Tim Holtz Chit Chat stickers and picked out one that I liked. I believe it says, "With brave wings she flies." It was a little bit longer than I wanted, so I cut it down to so it'll fit on the card, and just stuck it where I wanted on the card, and took a Stabilo all pencil to edge the words, and then a wet paintbrush to go around them so that they pop up just a little bit from the card. I love the grunginess that the Stabilo adds. It's fantastic. I tend to use the black a lot. I have a brown and a white too, and they don't give the same effect that the black does. Now, I went around the card with a whatchamacallit, just an ink pad, and then used a Jelly Roll pencil, and I think it's not pencil, pen, and Stardust, and it really just adds a little bit of a glittery effect. And so I made some circles and some dots and went around my fairy just a little bit to give her a bit of magic, because that's what glitter does, is add magic to it. And with that, I'm done. So I hope you like this card. I had a lot of fun making it. Give me a thumbs up, and thanks for coming by. I appreciate it.